Hello there and welcome to part 12 of What If Yuji Had the Anti-Gravity System, where Kenjaku and Yuji have a face-off after Yuji learns the truth. How will this story move forward? For that, keep watching. So without any further ado, let's get started. Yuji cannot believe what is happening right now. The fact that Kenjaku has a similar technique to him means that somehow Kenjaku is related to him. Kenjaku grins, congratulating Yuji on his amazing growth. Yuji has surpassed his expectations, also surpassing the level Sukuna was when he only had 4 fingers. Yuji asks who Kenjaku is, which Kenjaku replies with, "I am your mother." This comment makes Yuji horrified. Kenjaku knows that revealing his origin to Yuji might be a huge risk, but he doesn't really care that much, and since he is doing all of this for fun anyways. He explains his curse technique and how it allows him to hop between bodies and gives him the ability to use the body's innate technique. He was in Kaori Itadori's body when Kenjaku had Yuji, and Kenjaku made sure that Yuji would become the perfect vessel for Sukuna, confirming all of Sukuna's theories about Yuji. Yuji is still horrified, not being able to do anything. Kenjaku continues, explaining how Kenjaku made sure to implant Kaori's curse technique into Yuji, allowing Sukuna to get access to anti-gravity and its reversal, further making Yuji question his life. If he was a tool to begin with, what was the point of even having free will? He was made to be Sukuna's vessel, which is what he is. He doesn't even know what to think anymore. Mahito uses this opportunity to jump Kenjaku, but Kenjaku easily dodges the attacks before using curse manipulation to swallow Mahito. Seeing Yuji's shocked face, Kenjaku decides to elaborate. He explains that this body, Keto, was the best friend of Gojo, and Gojo killed him, allowing Kenjaku to inhabit it. He explains the pros of curse manipulation, especially Maximum Uzumaki. Yuji manages to ask one question even after the truth bomb that hit him. Just what is his connection with Chozo and the other death paintings? Kenjaku realizes that Yuji has killed Chozo, and with an amused smirk, he explains how he experimented with a woman who was able to give birth to cursed spirits, using Noritoshi Kamo's body. As he decides to tell Yuji about how his grandfather was Sukuna's reincarnation, he dodges a bullet to the face. Kenjaku continues dodging as more bullets come in. Kyoto Jujutsu Haya arrives on this battlefield. Mai Zennin has tears down her eyes as she growls and fires more bullets at Kenjaku, which change mid-air into a net. Kenjaku uses a cursed spirit as a bait to dodge. Due to Maki dead, Mai has received all the cursed energy that she was sharing with Maki due to them being twins. She felt her twin die, and while she might have hated Maki, she loved her sister just as much. With Maki dead, Mai can use her construction curse technique without any limitations. Due to emotions such as sorrow, anguish, rage, and despair, her cursed energy skyrockets, allowing her to use construction more than once. While Kyoto Eye appears, Urame also appears, freezing the ground and trapping them all. Yuji sees Urame, not knowing who this is, but seeing the entire situation makes him remember all the people who died. He calms himself, as he knows that if he lets his emotions and thoughts be distracted, people will die. For him, it doesn't matter anymore if it's a tool or not. He is already a cog in the machine that runs this world, so the only thing that he has to make sure of is to not be a rusty cog. He focuses on his cursed energy, using anti-gravity on himself to increase his speed to attack Urame, who creates a block of ice to block Yuji's attack. Urame questions Kenjaku about Yuji's connections with Sukuna, which Kenjaku confirms. Urame decides to free Sukuna from his cage, while Kenjaku uses Maximum Uzumaki to use Idle Transfiguration and unlock all the marked humans, allowing them to gain curse techniques while the others are reincarnated, starting the culling games. Right as he does this, Yuki Tsukumo arrives on the battlefield, saving the Jujutsu sorcerers. As Yuki and Kenjaku have a discussion on what has happened, Yuji focuses on healing himself, ready to jump anytime, which Kenjaku, Yuki and Urame notice. Kenjaku decides to leave, using many cursed spirits to hide his escape. Yuki tries to chase him, but she doesn't know where Kenjaku went, and so her only option becomes Yuji. She asks Yuji what Kenjaku is, and Yuji decides to tell her everything. Knowing that it's a difficult conversation, she takes Yuji with her, leaving Larvae to deal with all the remaining people in Shibuya. As they go on to where Yuki wanted, Yuji explains everything, from his birth mother to him being an artificial death painting, which shocks her. She inquires about Kenjaku's recurse technique, making note of the fact that she's absolutely useless against him due to him having access to anti-gravity, making her curse technique Star Reach useless. Finding out about Yuji's connection with Todo and the fact that Todo is dead gives her an idea. She personally decides to train Yuji in order to counter Kenjaku. Due to her knowing that Yuji is the only one alive with any type of counter with Kenjaku except Gojo, she decides to train him. While that is going on, the Jujutsu Society blames Gojo for the Shibuya incident, forcing a death penalty on Yuji Itadori, the cause of Shibuya incident. Yuta Okotsu is called back, being forced into a binding vow in order to kill Yuji Itadori. The Jujutsu High tries to contact Yuki in order to have Yuji Itadori, but Yuki declines, making her an accomplice in hiding Yuji, which she doesn't really care about. Yuta doesn't know where Yuji and Yuki are, so he cannot even chase him. While Megumi wants Yuji's help, but with no one knowing where Yuji really is, he decides to team up with Yuta, who wants to help Megumi with his sister being dragged into the culling games. Both of them train together, making Yuta surprised at how powerful Megumi is, especially with his curse technique, Agito. Megumi tries to contact Tengen, who answers Megumi's request, pointing the direction to where Yuji and Maki are, requesting both of them to be brought in it too. Yuta explains his situation with the binding vow and his plan to kill Yuji, making Megumi accept it reluctantly. As Yuji and Maki are training, they are interrupted by Yuta and Megumi, where Yuta attacks Yuji. Megumi comes just in time to explain to Yuki the entire situation, which makes Yuki allow the fight between her newest student and Gojo's strongest student. Yuji Itadori vs Yuta Okotsu begins. And that is where I'm leaving this part for right here. With Yuji vs Yuta going to happen, who will win? Is Yuji going to join the culling games? Just how strong is Yuji right now? For that, continue watching. So if you guys like this video, like, share, subscribe and do the necessary stuff. Also comment down below for any other scenarios you guys want me to do. So until then, ta-ta.